It's 2019, and here we are coming at you for another Hump Day Happy Chat. Good morning. It's 2019. Amazing. Amazing. It feels like time is just speeding up all the time. I'm so excited to be here with you. Happy New Year. Happy 2019. It's a beautiful day. I'm declaring it a beautiful day for wherever you are, for this new year to be getting off to a fabulous start for you. I'm really excited about today's topic. It's for the Hump Day Happy Chat. It's really one of my favorite things to talk about, this thing called New Year. And many people know when I do my New Year's resolutions and when my New Year starts, which is actually on my birthday. It's not the calendar change of the year. So I'm already a couple of months into my new year and my New Year's commitments, resolutions. But for many people, this changing of the calendar is a pivotal part for them, and many look forward to it, to let go of what was in the past and how to get going with where they want to be going now. So what a perfect time to be having a Hump Day Happy Chat called The Secret to Truly Having a New Year. A new year. So welcome to this morning's Hump Day Happy Chat, coming at you every Wednesday at 8:30 from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. I'm Valerie Sheppard, very happy to be here with you and very grateful to have you here with me. So I am a self-mastery expert. The self-mastery defined as mastering you in your life so you can exquisitely exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way. Whatever your life brings your way. So on the journey, right, lots of things can come. You can feel like you're in this place that just, wow, what's going on here? Or you can feel like you're in this place where the angels are singing, la, and everything's fantastic, and everything in between. Your life is bringing these experiences to you. And how you manage yourself in the midst of these circumstantial dynamics will determine how well you live happy to be me. That's the name of my book, Living Happy to Be Me, Dancing Your Soul Lifestyle. I'm very honored and grateful that the book is getting some critical acclaim. It's won 6 awards in 2018. For self-help, personal development, spiritual transformation, and 1 runner-up award for African American nonfiction. So my little baby's doing pretty well, and I'm very pleased. And I'm most pleased when that critical acclaim gives people a little more comfort in purchasing something if they don't know who I am and they don't know what I teach. So my big mission on the planet is to be a conduit for transformational wisdom, to help multitudes, and I hope you're one of them, multitudes, do this transformation from fear to love, do the dance with life in such a way that they are inspired and that their inspiration spreads, and we create a ripple effect of peace, love, joy, light, abundance, prosperity, tolerance, harmony, all the good juju, compassion on the planet wherever we go. So I'm very ecstatic that you're here with me, and I hope that you will share this with people. There are lots of pockets of discontent and questioning and a lot of fear. There is also some regret coming up right now. People regretting old decisions. this time of year in particular, there's a lot of backward, forward looking. And so it's okay to engage in that. It's practically impossible not to engage in that. And the idea would be to do it without judgment, to do it with a desire to move forward in a different way. So this topic today, the secret to truly having a new year, right? Truly having a new year. I love this quote from Alex Morit. New year, a new chapter, new verse, or just the same old story? Ultimately, you write it. The choice is yours. Alex's real quote said, we write it, the choice is ours. And I'm putting it squarely in your lap. Yes, new year, a new chapter, new verse, or just the same old story. Ultimately, you write it. The choice is yours. So basically, if you want your life to be different, you have to live your life differently. If you want your life to be different, you have to be a different liver of your life. You have to be different. You, not the circumstances. They can't change until you do. Ooh. You have to make different choices. You have to make different choices. You have to make different choices. And those choices start with who you're being. And who you're being goes to a really deep place. It's funny how people are often dabbling with the surface stuff. And that's fantastic. I mean, we can make a lot of change happen in our lives. We can make the appearance of a new year. We can actually start it off by dabbling with the surface stuff in our lives. That's absolutely important, absolutely necessary. It's fantastic. And it may not be enough. It may not be enough. So what's it not enough for? It may not be enough for the lasting impact that you really desire, for the lasting shift that you are trying to make, for the lasting change in what you're experiencing in your life, as your life, along your journey in your life. What you're experiencing can't really change unless you do. Universal law of reflection, law of attraction, law of karma, law of reciprocity. All of these laws are operating 24/7, 365, whether you like it or not, know it or not, understand it or not, and whether you believe it or not. Gravity worked long before people proved it, before there was scientific evidence that made people go, oh, I guess that's real now, right? So there are laws beyond the physical laws of the universe. There are spiritual laws that govern your existence and what you're experiencing. And they are triggered by you, by your habitual patterns of thought, your habitual patterns of speaking, your habitual patterns of acting in your life, your behavior, your vibration, your habitual pattern of vibrational energy is calling to you all the time. So believe it or not, you have a call going out from your system at all times. So the question is, what are you calling for? What are you asking for? It's a pivotal question. And when you really are clear on what that is at a deeper level, deeper than the surface, then you can make some lasting impact on your life. And through the ripple effect that that action creates, your contribution to your world, your part of the world, changes that as well. Wicked. when I really got this, wow. At first, there was this sense of, oh my gosh, I've wasted so much time not knowing how to really do this. And then I let that go. That's just judgment. That's just feeling small. That's just buying into this idea that I'm not enough to create what I want in the world. I let it go. We can entertain those thoughts, but I won't allow them to run me anymore. Knowing our power is powerful. So getting below the surface of your routine and habitual patterns of thought, word, deed, vibration, right? So, for example, my students often say to me, they come to my class, I teach a curriculum based on my book at the University of California, Irvine, and the entry-level class is called Living 101, Being Happy and Whole. And there are times when my students, we have a capstone 5-week project that they work on, which is about personal transformation, changing the self so that I can experience a changed life. That's what they come for. And so they'll talk to me and they think they're coming to this class to learn how to be happy through things like time management, right? So if I manage my time better, then I'll be happier because I won't procrastinate and I won't be in fear when a project is due. And so I tell them, well, that's interesting. So you would say that your problem is procrastination. Yes, that's my problem, Professor Sheppard. Procrastination. So then what I say to them is, I don't think so. And they're like, what do you mean? And I say, well, my belief is that procrastination is your coping behavior. It's what you've taken on as a habitual practice because you're really not identifying and dealing with the true subject, or you have an idea of what's really under the surface, what your real, quote unquote, problem is, but you're not going there. For whatever reason, that's a bridge you're not willing to cross. And so instead of actually moving that issue out of the way, experiencing it, dissolving it, forgiving it, releasing it, moving it out of the way, you're trying to cover it over with a behavior. So one of my covers was anger. I would get frustrated and angry about things, which were really me pushing people away because I was afraid. Fear was what was going on with me deeper below the surface. Well, my persona was showing, I got this covered, get away from me. I can handle this. But at any given moment, I was afraid that other people would believe that I couldn't. And so I was always striving to prove that I could. So the question for you in this, how am I going to have a truly new year? Your truly new year depends on you being a truly new you. And so if you notice today, I'm in a different place. Like, we can change locations. I'm doing the Hump Day Happy Chat from a different location today, and I do that from time to time. That's fun. I've got my hair up, right? So I've changed my hair. I'm wearing my workout clothes because I'm right after this, I'm going to go for a walk. My body is calling for some stretching and movement. That's another story. I can't wait to tell you that one. So we can change those outer things. We can make resolutions. I resolve. And we will get some success. I guarantee you, we will get some success. The question is it the ultimate success? And do those little blocks and things that feel like they're holding us down, do they return? Do they come back? Do they show up again telling us, well, we kind of might not have gotten as deep into the root, the core, I call it the squishy center of the problem, where we can do things to make it move. Are we getting to that level? To that level. So remember, I use an iceberg reference in my book and in my stories in my classes. The part of the iceberg that sunk the ship Titanic was not visible above the surface of the ocean. The part of the iceberg that ripped a hole in the hull of the Titanic was not visible above the surface. So my call to you, my encouragement, is that to really have a new year, you have to be a new you living your life. And so what are the things that are calling to you to be changed? So this is why I talk about self-awareness is the number one aspect of living happy to be me, of self-mastery, that gives you the living happy to be me that I'm wanting to help you strive for, that I'm wanting to help you step into. Let's not strive, let's just step into it. That I'm wanting to help you embody, right? Self-awareness, get clear on what's really underneath the surface without judgment. It's okay that I for some reason, I really love sugar. For some reason, I just don't feel like working out. For some reason, I just can't seem to get beyond this, whatever it is. Okay, it is. Pretending that it's not doesn't change the fact that it is. Not knowing about gravity doesn't change what gravity does. It does what gravity does. So self-awareness is what will really support you. So then, I talk about this in my book. There's a concept called behavior chains when you're trying to make transformation. So you use self-awareness to get to the real core trigger. You use self-awareness to even look at where the triggers are, right? So get clear on what's triggering you for whatever that behavior is that you don't want. So let's say it's eating sugar. This time of year, many of us are coming down from having had lots of yummy, delicious sweets. Yesterday, I went out for Indian food with one of my besties, and we went to a restaurant called the Himalayan something or other, Himalayan House. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful food, some of the best tasting food I've had. But I ordered something I rarely order, which was the sweet naan. Oh my gosh, so amazing. I so recommend it. If you can find it, have a taste. But so many of us are coming on down off of it. Boy, I want some more sweet naan. I want some more cookies. So like, what's going on with that trigger? Can you get beyond the material world into maybe what could be metaphysical or spiritual, or not necessarily cut and dry, not necessarily black and white? So do I want more sweetness in my life and I'm trying to get it from sugary sweets? What's that about? When did I first do this? When did I first get into treating myself with sugar? What were the words that were around it? What were the situational dynamics? Like, go to the trigger. What triggers me to reach for the snack? What was going on when I first picked up this behavior, when I first picked up these thoughts? What's the intellectual alibi or that rational, logical story I tell for why I do this, even though I know at a deep level it's not serving me? Why is that happening? What did I experience when I did it? Right? So you go there, self-awareness. Let's diagnose this. Let's see. Once you get down to the surface, like you're getting closer and closer, you're there. Then it's about, how do I release it? How do I go to what I really want now? How do I forgive myself for the time I've spent in this place that's not serving me? And how do I release it? Not lose it. I don't know about you, but I hate losing things. I'm always looking for them and I want them back. So sometimes the language we use about what we're doing isn't serving us. So I don't want to lose it. I want to release it. I want to release this tendency that I have to blank. What can I do in the moment to give myself that which I want, that which would serve me? How can I give it to myself? If I can't change all of the outer circumstances, all of the stuff above the surface, if I can't change the circus, how can I change the way I experience that which I'm calling circus? How can I change me and how I'm doing life so that my life is what I want? How do I make a new choice? So behavior chains go like this. You can make a behavior statement. So you find the trigger. When I'm having lunch in a restaurant, there's the trigger. We're going to keep the sugar reference. When I'm having lunch in a restaurant and everyone orders dessert, I feel like I need to have one too. And when I notice that feeling coming up, I'm going to release it and choose a supportive snack, something that supports my physical body and what I'm trying to do with it. So you get very conscious. When I'm feeling anger because someone said something about me that I don't like, I'm realizing, I'm feeling that it's triggering some old interactions I had where I ended up feeling like I wasn't enough. And I'm going to allow that immediate anger to pass and allow my compassion for myself and the other person to come up. And I'm going to remain peaceful as I give a compassionate, tolerant, and loving response. Behavior change can really help you make the shift that you want to go forward to living a truly new year. Changing you is the key. Change, what a beautiful word. It's happening all the time. Let's just harness it, embrace it, live full out in the experience of change. So that's today's Hump Day Happy Chat. Using behavior change after you've gotten down to the depth. Like you can start at any point to move yourself beyond the trigger, not trying to overpower it. I'm going to use my sheer brute force and my will. You can do that. It's not always fun, doesn't always last. The change doesn't always last. You can find more about behavior change in my book, Living Happy to Be Me. You can find it on Amazon in a Kindle version, as well as the hard copy. You can get it for 25% off the retail price at the website, happytobeme.net. And one last thing, I've been getting questions about, when are you going to do a class again? So I'm doing a live master class on the 17th of this month at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And it's just going to be kind of like this. We'll do some teaching and I'll do some pinpointed, in the moment, catalytic, contemplative conversation with individuals who want to, have a heart-to-heart about things that are going on with them. I'd love for you to join me, join us. It's going to be a group. I'd love for you to be there. I think it would be really beautiful part of creating the truly new you, to have the truly exceptional new year, to participate and get some skills and tips and practices and to play a little bit at becoming a happier camper on this joyful journey of your life. So that's the Happier Camper Masterclass on January 17th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. That's not going to be live. That's going to be for a small group. And you can find out more about it at happytobeme.net/master-class. happytobeme.net/master-class. Many blessings. I'm so grateful for your presence here today. I hope you'll share this for other people who are looking for some tips and tricks and tools to create the happiness that they really want to experience in their lives. And many, many blessings. Happy 2019. I'm going for a walk. Talk to some birds and some ducks and some geese over at the lake near my house. Mwah. Many blessings. Thank you. Bye now. Turn everything off.